Rats are one of the smartest animals in the world, but why? Hi, and welcome to Life Noggin. Today we're talking about rats. Specifically, we're talking about how smart they are. Have you ever noticed how rats can solve mazes really quickly? Or how they seem to know when you're about to take something away from them? Rats are one of the smartest animals in the world, but why? Well, the first reason is their brain size. Their brains are almost a third of their body weight. For comparison, humans have brains that are about 2% of our body weight. The larger the brain relative to body size, the more complex behaviors an animal can perform. Rat brains have a lot of folds, and these folds increase the surface area of the brain without increasing the space it takes up inside the skull. This means more space for brain cells, which means more brain power. Another reason rats are so smart is because of their excellent memories. Rats have what's called a spatial memory. This is the ability to remember where things are. Because rats spend so much time searching for food, it's important for them to remember where that food is so they can go back and get more of it. Researchers peg this as one of the reasons rats are able to quickly learn mazes and then navigate those mazes again and again. If you've ever seen a rat in a maze, they seem to know instinctively which path will lead them to the cheese. But they also use their spatial memory for other things too, like remembering where their nest is or where they hid food. This helps them find their way back to familiar places like their nest or food stash. It also helps them escape predators by finding hiding spots that are just out of reach. And it even helps them plan for the future. Researchers found that rats will store food in places that they remember and will return to later. They also use their spatial memory to remember where other rats are in their environment. They may do this to keep track of potential mates or to remember where a rival is so they can stay out of their territory. Rats have such good spatial memories that researchers can teach them to navigate mazes with up to 128 different arms. Each time the rat finishes the maze, it has to choose which arm to go down, and each arm leads to a different location. Even after all those choices, rats can still remember where the food is at the end of the maze. Rats' intelligence is also useful for navigating social situations. Rats often have to compete with each other for food and resources, and they have to be smart in order to win those competitions. They also have to be smart to avoid predators. Rats have many natural predators, including cats, dogs, foxes, owls, snakes, and humans. In order to avoid all those predators, rats have to be quick and clever. Sometimes they'll fake being dead in order to avoid a predator. Other times they'll run away. Being quick and smart helps them evade predators and live another day. In the wild, rats can live up to 3 years, but most don't make it that long. They often die from being hit by cars or getting caught by predators or humans. Rats that are kept as pets can live longer, sometimes up to 5 years. If you want your pet rat to live a long life, make sure they get lots of exercise and a balanced diet of rat chow and fresh veggies. Rats are also very social animals, so make sure they have plenty of opportunities to interact with other rats or their human family. Now it's time for some fun. Click the link below to take a quiz about rats. Then click the next button to keep learning awesome things about rats. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. As always, this has been Life Noggin. Don't forget to keep on thinking.